Hey guys, Kenny Pugh here, COO, Chief Operations Officer at KTP Coaching and Consulting, and founder of Systemize Your Business. I'm reaching out right now to just share this video that I'm going to walk through with you that might help you understand why your business isn't working. I am someone who takes pride in being able to implement systems and processes that help you create more money and create a greater sense of freedom for yourself within your business. And so hopefully this will help you out just a little bit as we take a deep dive into what might be wrong or why your business isn't working. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll take a quick look at the areas that may be of interest to you. So wanted to once again take a look at what might be troubling your business or why your business isn't working. And so we're going to take just kind of a high level look at some things. One of the things that I want you to think about is that a business without systems and processes is one destined to fail. So the question you have to ask yourself right now is, do I have systems and processes in place to make my business flow smoothly, to convert customers, and to create the level of freedom that you desired when you started your business? If the answer to that is no, then the information that I'm going to share within the context of this video is going to be helpful for you. So let's take a look. I'm not going to delay you any longer. This is the general sales flow within most any business that exists. And so there's a few boxes that you see here that you have to be able to take account for within your business as a business owner. So whether you're a solopreneur, whether you're a small business owner, whether you're someone that has a huge corporation, these are the components that typically make up the structure of your business. And so I call it the general sales process flow. You might refer to it, you might see it referred to something different, but these are the main areas that you need to focus on within your business. And you can really determine what's going on with your business if you're willing to take a look at each one of these areas. So the first one is your lead generation process. So what are you doing to get people to notice you? What are you doing to get people to understand what your products and your services are? How are people learning about you? Where are they coming to you from? So when you start to look at lead generation, you think about what a lot of people are doing these days with online businesses and leveraging social media to generate leads for their businesses. And so you can look at Twitter, you can look at Facebook, you can look at Instagram, you can look at LinkedIn, you can look at a myriad of other options from a social media perspective to drive leads into your kind of your atmosphere, your environment, the place that you want to begin to educate them and take them through a process. And so if you're looking at it from an online perspective, social media is one of the main and major ways that people are generating leads these days. The other ways that you can take a look at generating leads is by way of referrals. So if you have people that have worked or bought with you before or from you before, then they can go out and tell someone, and then that will send them into your environment, the process, the bubble that your business is contained in, and ultimately start them down the road of becoming a customer or a client with you as well. So you have social media, you have referrals, and then so the bottom line is, if you don't know or understand how people are entering into your ecosystem, your environment, the place where you can take them from start to finish, if you don't know how those people are getting to you, or if you can't create ways for those people to get to you, your business is going to be in trouble. Your business is going to be in trouble because if you don't have leads, you can't convert leads into customers. And if you don't have customers, you don't have sales. And if you don't have sales, then you'll be soon out of business. And that's not something that you want as a business owner. So it's important, it's vital for you to get an understanding of what are my processes around my lead generation area. And because if without that, there is no, you have no business. Without leads, you have no business. And so it's important to focus on that area. Where are your leads coming from? Do you have a standardized process in place to generate leads? If you wanted to outsource that, do you have procedures crafted up or written up that can help people understand your business so that they can generate those leads for you. You have to spend a lot of time within this lead generation area. Otherwise, you don't have a business. The next piece that you see here, or the next area you see within this flow, is education. It's important for you to realize that when people first enter into your ecosystem, your environment, your bubble, your atmosphere for your business, they might not necessarily want to buy right then because they don't know who you are. They don't know the quality of your product. They don't know the quality of your service. And so you have to go through a process of educating those customers on who you are, why they should buy from you, or why they should work with you. And so you can do that by way of a couple different things. And I leverage these as well. You can use videos to kind of help explain what you do and why people should work with you. You can use webinars, and that's a very popular way. A lot of people are leveraging webinars to educate potential customers and clients about their products and their services. You can take a look at doing different things to help educate people about why they should work with you, why they should buy from you. The problem is, depending on your price point, most people are not going to buy from you the first time that they come across your information or your business. And so it's up to you to educate them through a process, whether you use videos, whether you use training webinars, whether you use in-person workshops, however you want to handle that. And it's important for you to realize that there is an education process, whether it's a salesperson on the floor taking your potential customer through some ideas to help them convert into an ultimate customer for you. So educating your clients is very important. Never underestimate it, but you have to be intentional about the tools and the processes that you're using in order to drive that education forward. After you've educated a customer or a potential customer or prospect, you have to convert them in some way. Online, there are sales pages that people take you through in hopes of converting you to a buying customer or a client. You have salespeople that are out there that are working to try to convert someone as within your store from just browsing to someone who's actually purchasing something from you. So there are different ways to convert sales, but you have to be intentional about what those ways are and be able to structure those things so that it makes sense. You might be able to put together some processes and some procedures to make sure that every time somebody encounters you, your business or your brand, that they feel a common thread as they go through the process. And so it's important for you to realize that sales conversion piece is when you take the lead after they've been educated and trying to convert them to a customer or a client. It's important for you to keep that in mind, that you have to be able to convert them in some form or fashion. I like to use not in person. I like to use consultations via telephone so that I can talk to someone directly. I can answer their questions. I can help them understand about the various myths that might be existing out there. And so I leverage telephone calls to do it, especially since my services are a little bit higher priced, higher ticket items. And it's important for me to be able to build that rapport for someone to feel comfortable saying, okay, I'm willing to work with you. I want you to be my COO. And help me through some of the things that I'm dealing with. So that whole sales conversion piece can happen in a bunch of different ways, but you have to be intentional about what that looks like. Otherwise, you have leads that will fall through and fall out of your pipeline because you didn't have the structure, the processes, and the systems in place to help convert that prospect into a buying customer or purchase. Someone that's going to make a purchase with you. So keep that in mind. So that's area number 3. So we talked about lead generation. We talked about education. We talked about sales conversion. After you have converted that person, it's important for you to be able to deliver on what it is that you said that you're going to deliver. If it's a product, you want to deliver the product, whether it's just over the counter and after you've taken their money. Is it, you have to sign up for a course and then you receive a link or download of some sort, and credentials. You have to be able to deliver on whatever it is that you said that you're going to deliver on so that you have a client experience a pleasant journey through your process. Otherwise, they will not return. So once you get them in as a lead, you want to educate them, you want to convert them, but you have to be able to deliver. And if you're unable to consistently deliver, you'll start to have a bad name about yourself out there. And that's not something that you want as well. You want to make sure that your products are of quality. You want to make sure that your services are of quality so that people want to work with you going forward. After you've gone through that whole delivery process, there's a level of support that needs to be available for people that purchase clothes. What are your what's your sell clothes? What's your return policy? Do people have 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, whatever the case may be? If there's another product that's involved, is there a warranty? If they are buying services from you, is that service warranted for a certain period of time? You have to be able to provide some support. And if something goes wrong, how do people contact you? Do you have an easy way for people to reach out to you in the event that something is going on? Because if they're unable to reach out to you and connect with you, then they will most likely go out and vent to other people via social media, via their own networks or whatever the case may be. And that puts you in a bad position as well, all because you didn't have a contact number available for questions about issues with the product, or you're not following up with those customers to learn what their experience was like as they went through your process, and after they became a buying customer, what happened after that point. So these are 5 areas that you need to be intentional about building out processes and systems to help support how you want your customer's journey to go. If you don't create a smooth, great feeling customer experience, you probably won't see that customer again, and they're not going to refer you out to their family, friends, coworkers, or whatever the case may be. So it's important for you to take these particular areas seriously, because if your lead generation area is broken, you won't have people coming in and you won't have people to convert. You won't have people to educate. If they do come in, you want to be able to educate them, and you want to be able to put your best foot forward. You want to be able to share information that's going to be life-changing. If you are a service provider, if you are someone that's selling a product, you want them to have a great experience with that product. So you want to educate them on why they should buy from you. Then they go into the process of, after that you've educated them, you want them to now take out a credit card, take out money, and make that purchase, that transaction with you. So being able to take their education and convert it into an actual sale opportunity for you, that is what makes this journey such a pleasant one for other people and you as a business owner, because now you've taken someone as a prospect or a lead and then converted them into an actual paying customer or client. After you've done that, being able to deliver, and if you can't deliver, if your delivery phase area is broken, then you probably won't see that prospect or that client or customer ever again. So it's important for you to understand these things and then to provide an avenue of support. But if you look within each one of these areas, there are specific things that you can do to standardize what the customer experience is like with you in your business. You don't want someone to run into one of your salespeople or one of the people within your company and they do things one way, and then they go and interact with someone else in your company and things happen a different way. Or even if you're a solopreneur, if someone calls you one day, do you have a standardized map of what their experience should look like, where you're going to take them so that you're not looking as if you're all over the place? So hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully this gave you some insight into the areas of your business where you might be experiencing some brokenness, and it's important for you to address these particular areas. And so hopefully you are able to take a look at these particular areas. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I am your Chief Operations Officer at KTP Coaching and Consulting and the founder of Systemize Your Business. And I help solopreneurs and small business owners make more money and create a greater sense of freedom so that you can have more free time to do what it is that you truly want to do within your life. If you have any questions, once again, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will talk to you in the next video. All right, take care.